Ciarán, just looking back and reflecting on Friday night, it seemed like it was one of the biggest games of the season, and it definitely felt that way looking on.
Yeah, look at it. It definitely felt it. I think the whole atmosphere and the environment going into the game felt different. It felt a big game, and probably unfortunately took us to lose a game in Harps for that all to come together and feel like that occasion on Friday night. But yeah, that reminded me of the real Oriel Park of old. There, it was start to finish. There was a real tension, expectancy kind of wasn't there that had probably been there previous weeks, where it was almost like both from us and the supporters, it just felt like we knew what was at stake, and we put on a great performance. And I think as always, and as we always try to do as a club, I feel like it was just a big night for us. And yeah, it was a special night. But look, it was only 3 points. There's still 15 games to go. Nothing was achieved. But I think I think it just felt like a big night for the club more than that. Now, obviously, 3 points were obtained, and we got them. But I think for a club as well, the atmosphere was electric, and we were delighted to put on a good performance and win the game.
You've been calling for a 12th man to give you that extra little push on a game like that. You think that really made a massive difference? That the whole shed seemed to be in unison.
It was unbelievable, yeah, and the main stand as well behind us. Like, even some of the staff and players had said to me, it felt different. It really did. And look, we're getting into the business end of the season now. It's been a really tough year so far. There's nothing glamorous about it. The first division is the first division. We knew what we were signing up for, but that just felt like a big game. And hopefully now we've set the standard as a team as well in terms of performance. And but I think as a group of supporters and as a club, I think we need that every game now till the end of the season.
What does that mean for the lads coming into training this week? Or is everyone bouncing in?
Massively so, and new lads too. Do you know? I think everyone probably saw that the other night as a huge night. You could see the emotion, myself included, afterwards. Just felt like a big night for us, and I think new lads coming in are probably experiencing that for the first time. Young lads are definitely experiencing it for the first time. They're so young, and it was just a big night for us. I think yeah, look, I think we needed it though as well. People behind the scenes have been working hard. We've been working hard, and we did a good night and you don't get loads in football, but that definitely felt like probably one of the sweetest ones since I came to the club anyway.
Of course, one or two guys we might start seeing back in just at the right time. What's the update on the injury situation?
Yeah, so Norman and Ethan are both very close. They're going to be doing nearly a full week's training this week, which will be the first in a couple of months for those two coming back from their hamstrings injuries. So we're delighted to welcome them back. Unfortunately, we've lost Leo Gaxon now. That was confirmed as an ACL injury, probably as feared. So it's not we were probably, there was a little bit of hope, maybe it wasn't it, but we probably got what we expected there. So I was speaking to him earlier today, and look at he's aware, he's already, he's aware of what's ahead of him now, but he's had a huge role this season for us, and I'm sure we'll see him again, probably not this season, but down the line in a Dundalk jersey, because he's been excellent both on and off the pitch for us. And yeah, he's had a bit of a setback, and as well Conor O'Keefe as well, he's his recovery after kind of a head injury which he'd had, it led to kind of concussions and stuff like that. Was diagnosed as a concussion. He's had a few complications on his recovery, so it's been a slow process, but it's just not an injury that we were willing to take any risks on. So he could be a couple of weeks away as well.
Of course, Friday we're back down in Kerry again. Probably the scene of one of the a real dig-in siege performance from us down there, down to 10 men to come away with a win. You'd be looking for something similar?
I hope it's not as that took a toll on us that night. I think we had over an hour with 10 players, and we were so young into our season as well, and it took a lot out of us that night. But I suppose those traits are what probably wins us the game here against Cobh the other night. It wasn't, I think, yes, we put on a good performance in terms of what we did, but we also knew we were up against a good team who were physical, and Kerry are another team similar. They've got really good attacking threats. Colin Healy's gone in there as a new manager. Obviously, we've been prepping on them all weekend, and we know that they've got a lot of attributes to hurt any team. So yeah, look, I think if we go down though, what we're trying to do now is worry a little bit more about ourselves. I think when you'd went 20 games and you'd only lost one, you spend a lot of time nearly thinking about other teams and making sure we don't get beat. But I think maybe we're a little bit more of a dangerous animal now when those shackles have come off a little bit, right? We never felt we were unbeatable, but losing the game sometimes gives you that little reset to go again and get back to doing what we do well, which is getting after teams, playing with a high intensity, and that's what we've been trying to do down in Kerry.
Brilliant. Thank you, Kerry.
Thanks, Chris.